Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through the Internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping live. I have a special guest, longtime friend of the show, Kyle Bridgett, joining us. But before we get into that, before we get into flipping through the latest issue of Mad Magazine, let me please remind you, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That's the best way that you can support this channel, help the channel grow, and spread the word of Mad Magazine to all those young and old. If you want to support me in another way, why would you? But patreon.com/flippinthrough. You can go there, get a 6 set of stickers, get some buttons, and yeah, I think that's about it. But remember, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave those comments if you're watching now. Leave a comment in the chat. I'm going to say what's up to the people who are tuned in. Before I do that, though, I'm going to say what's up to those people who do support me on Patreon, like Joey Gesso, Reflection of Perfection, Misimo, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead-Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostro. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. You know what? Let me check in on something. I'm going to check on what is my account at? I'm at 1,237 subscribers. It's blowing up. I think like the last time I made a video, it was not that. It was in the hundreds, I think. But all right, enough of satiating my own curiosity. Let us please hold on. Where's my sound effects board? Let us please say hello, give a warm welcome to friend of the show, mad artist and writer, Kyle Bridgett.
I'm more of a well-wisher, but...
Oh, wait, hold on. It's not... It's not playing the applause song.
Thank you. You're too kind. Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You got it on loop.
Well, I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
I can't hear it.
Oh, no, it was going on and on. It kept like turning off and on. You're obviously fiddling with it.
Then I'm like just clicking away. I don't understand. I can't hear it. I can hear you.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, what's up? What's on your mind?
Hey, when you were a kid, did you do this?
Yeah.
What was that all about? I was just thinking about that. Like, what?
I don't know.
What's that even called?
It's funny because when you're a kid, it's just like this weird motion. Oh, this sweater's too tight. But I think it remains humorous because I think it almost like it resembles jacking off, you know?
Is that what it's about? Is it a sexual thing? I felt like it didn't, like teens weren't doing that. It was like 5 and 6 year olds doing that, you know?
No, we did it in a middle school.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah. No, I think it's just funny because it, if you're doing it right, it looks like your arms are there. So it's like, well, what's coming out of your chest? I don't know, but it's hilarious. Hey, okay, for real though, you could hear that. Why can't I hear that?
My guess is you have your audio set to a different channel, like your output. I heard it.
You.
Yeah,
but I can fucking.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it when I do it? Hold on.
No.
Oh.
That's bizarre.
That was our trademark quack sound effect.
Yeah. That one.
I also got the match game thinking music.
We gotta do another. I gotta do another match game thing. I can't hear that. My sound is effed up, dude. This move has put everything into a mess. But hey, let's real quick say hello to those people who are tuned in now. David Strickler, first one to comment. giving it a thumbs up before I even watch it. I'm just that confident it will be good.
Literally give it the thumbs up. Hit the like button.
Yeah. We don't mean this. Like, you can do this at the screen. We
mean there's a button on the screen that looks like this, and you need to maneuver your cursor over to it and click that. Even this one is better than nothing.
Really?
I think so.
Oh yeah, because it's like it's engagement.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Sticks McFly. What's up, Sticks? Oh, look at there's McKyle and Patty. Who else is tuned in here? Angel Acevedo, Sketchy Works. Hello, Flippers.
Is that what you guys are called? Flippers? Like your fans are called Flippers?
Flipsters? Flipper was a dolphin, I guess. Well, he wrote Filpers.
Oh.
we're called Felchers.
That's probably racist. That's what you call people from the Filipinos if you don't like them.
Demir Irvin says, yo, Demir, how are you? And Demir, don't worry. I am going to hook up my my Xbox. I'm going to hook that up. Oh, he's a thrower. You could be a flipper. You could be a thrower.
I thought of a bunch of them in the shower yesterday, and then I didn't write them down. And then later in the day, I was like, "Oh, what were they all?"
Yeah.
And now I can't remember.
Well, you know what? That stinks. It's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah.
You had a thought, and that counts.
They were pretty good. I should have written them down. I just thought, I'll remember.
But yeah. Well, what are you going to
do?
Then
I remembered the shirt thing, and I was like, oh, no, that's what I'm going to leave with.
Felix, get over here. I got to show you something.
I did show him that. He was like,
oh.
He was trying to do it, but he had short sleeves.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Unless you're like a flipper baby.
Yeah. What was that? What was that drug that they were giving women?
Thalidomide.
Thalidomide, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they would it would like knock them out, right? Isn't that what happened? No. What was the one where they would do twilight births?
Oh, I don't know. I think thalidomide was like supposed to help with like morning sickness, but it like deformed the babies.
Yeah. I mean, God, that would be devastating.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And you'd feel bad too, because you'd be like, man, I wasn't that sick.
I was just seeking my own comfort.
Yeah.
And because of that, yeah. Ugh. Anyway. Well, hey, what are we here for?
Well, I don't know. That's what philosophers have been asking themselves for millennia now. And, some people think it's like a search for truth, and, other people think that it's all meaningless and just relative, and, just got to take what you can get and fuck everybody else. But I don't know. I think I'm here to read Mad Magazine, personally.
That's what I'm here for. Wait, I hit the wrong button. That's what I'm here for. The latest issue of Mad Magazine. Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. Who did this cover, Kyle? Was this Mark?
Hold on. Let me get it. I have to confess, I had to bootleg this. I'm going to just throw you on top here. There we go.
Yeah.
I think that's more appropriate.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. If it was my show, it'd be a different story. But I went to the comic store to pick up all the Mads that I had them hold for me to pick up to review on your show when they came out. But they gave me the stack, and I was like, oh, great, thanks. And then I got home and realized, like, oh, the most current one isn't here. Sorry, there's a Doppler going over here.
What's a Doppler?
I might have to close my window. There's like a helicopter going.
Hey, okay. Well, two things. One, don't forget that we failed to do two of those came out while I was still living in my old place.
Yeah, and I was having problems where you were getting it like a few days earlier than the actual release date, because they were arriving earlier and going on stands earlier, and I couldn't get to like the week after. and you have a bi-weekly or a semi-weekly schedule.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of just inconvenient. Anyway, there's 5 here.
Well, we're only going through this one, the one that you failed to procure. Here's
Well, I
Johnny
got a
Mom.
bootleg of it. I managed to get a bootleg of it. But I did try to get a copy pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, here the cover was Gary Pullen. Are you pulling my leg? He's only. Oh wait. Okay, he did a cover for the Shining twins.
I'm in that
Let me
issue.
see. Yeah. Here, look at. Let me. Yeah. So he did this one. And other than that, we have ones that are post whatchamacallit, cancellation, post full reruns, I guess would be the term.
Yeah, there needs to be some sort of delineation between just the what do you call it? The like where they moved to in Florida.
What the no, they moved to California.
I mean
dude.
California, in California, where
Burbank?
what is Burbank? The Burbank
Yeah.
Mads.
There is a
I got woken up
delineation.
really early this morning. I'm very tired.
The delineation is
10:30.
issue 1.
Yeah, no, but I mean, there needs to be an additional delineation between when Burbank sort of started and when Bill Morrison got fired and they stopped carrying new material.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be helpful. But
because here's the thing, you're not going to get any reused material from anything that happened after that. But you do get reused material from like issues 1 to 17 or whatever they did.
yeah. Well, should we create it? Like
A term for that?
Yeah, we could have it be like we can do it like Gregorian calendar style. BC
I don't know,
and
it's just
AD.
like the rerun era, but I don't know what issue did it start with. It was also a slow burn too, because I feel like there was like a transition there where at first they were like, don't worry, there's still going to be quite a bit of new material. Like you're going to want to pick these up. And then very rapidly they were like, why bother?
Yeah. I feel like it started was like probably 4 years ago, right?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it was probably I
2019?
think 2020.
2020.
Yeah. Yeah,
But I would count from when they I guess no, you would count from when they went off newsstands. That would be the marker, I think. When they went to the direct market.
Yeah. Well, we could find that out like Mad.
They would have had some new material after that, but I would say that's like a hangover.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, we'll have to work on that. That's going to have to be something that we continue. Oh, before we do this, I'm sorry. I want to talk about something. Here, we're going to remove this. Go like this. What is that behind you?
What?
That thing on the arm.
This thing, yeah, it's like a camera, like an overhead camera mount, which I have a camera, but I hook my phone up to it because it seems to get a better picture.
Yeah.
And I started a new flipping through style show where it's like an overhead camera view. It's not mad. There will be some mad things in there, but not mad issues. And it's called.
Yeah, go ahead. Say your dumb title.
No, you go first. I don't want to interrupt.
Okay, I'll say what I said in
Wait a second, you were interrupting me. Sorry, go on.
I'll say what I said in our DMs, which was you can't take my format. I can't have somebody who's more qualified to talk about art and illustration than me doing what I do to an audience that we share.
Well, I disagree. I think one, I think there's not a ton of crossover in what I'm reviewing either. For one. Two, I think our audiences bleed into each other, right? We've really kind of wed our audiences quite a bit, I feel.
Yeah.
Which is probably the second thing we should talk about after I mention the name of my new BookTube type show. And it's called Pickin' and Flickin' in the Nostril Zone. And basically it's where I pick beautiful books off of my ugly shelves
Oh, this isn't
and
it.
flick through them. What else could it mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's just an overhead thing. The whole idea is to have like a low editing, obviously more editing than you would ever do, but like less than I would ever do otherwise. And yeah, so just for people to enjoy, and just anything that's off on my shelf. So we'll
Yeah.
see what comes out. Yeah, and I've got a little animation intro for it, and the first episode's up now. I just uploaded it just before this show started.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Know what
and
know what I want? I kind of expected you to have that like little the GIF that you showed me uploaded
oh,
so that we could click it and display it.
you could just play the beginning of the episode if you wanted.
Nah,
Okay, well, whatever.
forget it.
It's on my channel. I'm not going to do a bunch of promotion until I've got a few in the tank.
Yeah.
What's the next canonically Crumb video?
Yeah.
If there'll be another one. Jeez, okay, so like I say, those canonically Crumb is as weekly as possible. And right now, as weekly as possible is like 4 times a year.
It's quarterly.
But the episodes are like 30 minutes to an hour, so and they're heavily edited. I want to try to do a Donald Trump episode before the election if possible.
Yeah.
But there'll be a collectively Crumb episode. So I'm still going to be doing like overhead book reviews of Crumb books as well, but I'll do that under the heading of collectively Crumb, which is like one of the sort of like sub titles of canonically Crumb.
Yeah.
Where I sort of review books and not like characters. Yeah. So
All right.
the next one, possibly Trump. If not, then I might do a Halloween episode.
Make sure. Wait, Trump magazine?
No, Donald Trump
Oh.
in the 80s, in 1987. Do I have it right here? I do. Crumb did a comic. Oh, bugger. That's not the one. Which one is it? There's only 4 of these, so it's got to be this one.
I was going to show the beginning of that clip, but then I realized the way I have it set up, it won't show the music or whatever.
Well, I mean, the clip doesn't really explain what the show is that well. The clip's more just entertaining. All right, so it was the 4th one. Was the one of 4 is the right one. But yeah, he did a comic where Donald Trump actually appears.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it was more like an art of the deal capitalist dick bag kind of thing, not so much a political thing.
Yeah. That's actually
he also
kind of a good
did a
likeness
political one.
too.
What?
That's a pretty good likeness too.
He's got like a really detailed one that he did sort of, I think, in about 2018 or something with his wife.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-page one. So I would do those 2 comics. But it depends if I get time. I'm really kind of pressed for time these days.
Yeah. Real quick though, I just wanted to talk about this. David Strickler says next issue has 20 pages of new material. Huzzah. But isn't that what they said about this? Like there was the previews for this issue. Maybe I'm thinking about the next issue. They talked about all the new material they were going to have. And I feel like it was just a copy and paste thing. If you have a link, send it to my Instagram, DM it to me. And I'll
part of this issue, looking on the Mad cover site, or Cracked cover site, it says that there's new marginals. Not all of them, but some of them are new.
Yeah.
And so that's listed as new. Doug Guilford has actually started including the word in red letters new next to new material themes.
Okay.
Also, I'll say this: he took my advice and made it so you can right click now, just in any browser, and open stuff in new tabs without having to work around that. So good on him.
Nice. Yeah, if you go, okay, here's something. Cracked cover site, the domain name that I own, it was supposed to forward on to um, Mad cover site, and but Doug informed me like months ago. He was like, it doesn't go to Mad cover site. It just
What?
goes to like 404. I think I fixed it now, but the whole point of the joke was that it actually does go to Mad cover site. I think it does now at this. It should.
It used to. It used to, for sure.
I think it stopped when they switched over to like Google domains got bought out by Squarespace, and I think something happened there. Anyway, what's up, Harvey? Look at this. Look at this Drew Friedman. This is beautiful.
We actually have one other thing to talk about here before we really get into this.
What?
Is that there's new content on the Potter's EB YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I should have linked that in the description of this.
Well, if you go to your page, Potter's EB is listed there as like as another channel. So I uploaded, at least until my yogurt expires, all sorts of shorts, for like a daily short. So there's 7 shorts a week. 2 of them are taken from the show, and I've done like video editing to make them kind of like visually appealing, even more so than like the ones that you've seen so far. But there's also just like interesting Mad clips, references to Mad in the media, people talking about their love of Mad, and then just once a week a random kind of clip from a weird movie.
Nice.
And so, Potter's EB's been on hiatus for sort of a while, and it continues to be, but it's going to come back eventually. And
did we ever like really explain why it was on hiatus?
No, not even to ourselves. I'm just going to move myself over here.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, you were busy with work. Then I became busy with buying a house and moving. And so it was just
and I've since become busy with work again. So
yeah.
But we want to do a super special live stream, and hopefully maybe a Halloween special, like podcast episode, just to keep it going.
Yeah.
But we're definitely going to come back. I've actually had to listen through to kind of clip clips, and I really miss the show. I thought it was fun.
I've absolutely loved it. I love doing it, and I do want to get started back at it again. But I also don't really want to do it if we can't do it somewhat regularly like we were before.
Yeah.
It'd be a bummer to do one and then wait several months and then do another one. So in the meantime, we still have this. We still have super specials we can do.
Wait, are you saying you don't want to do a Halloween special?
No, I'll do a Halloween special. I thought you meant that as like a super special stream.
Well, I think we should do that too. I think we should do one of those soon, just because like a live stream on the Potter's EB channel. But I'd like to do maybe some specials, maybe some like seasonal specials, just until we can get back into a regular schedule or something.
Yeah. All right. I'm for it then. You know what? I've come around already. This isn't a green screen. This is just a disgusting color that somebody painted an actual room in my house. The whole thing I'm surrounded by. That's why I get like this color spill and my skin looks sick.
It looks you're looks like you have a giant Post-it note behind you, basically.
No, I wish I could just spin the camera. I can spin the camera around. I'm just not going to. It's it's not great. I'm gonna.
You know what you need? What? You need a miniature model of like a city behind you, like they would have on like Letterman or Leno or whatever. You can have a little train going by.
I've thought about that. Are we going to talk about this Mad magazine?
We're only like 27 minutes in.
know what I've thought about is doing like setting up the camera across the room, because that type of background thing only works really if you see the whole desk.
Well, here's
So
what you do. You make that a legitimate green screen. You set that, you build the model somewhere else and just
Yeah.
have a live feed to it behind you, like projected behind you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess that would work.
Or if you pre-recorded and it was miniature, you could have like your hand come in with a little Godzilla sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
That's my
Is that the
Godzilla
sound he
impression.
makes?
Yeah. Something like that.
I don't think
Anyway.
it's very good. Do you like Godzilla?
I love Godzilla. Yeah. My
What's
kids
your
and I
favorite
watch
sort
it.
of era of Godzilla?
Well, Showa era is cool. I mean, like the original. I guess is it Showa era, like when Mothra showed up, or is that like the Hensai?
See, now I feel bad asking this because I don't know the names of the era. I was hoping for a vague description.
Um,
I like the first movie, and I like the period where they're kind of like made for kids, and it's just really goofy rubber monsters, and they're, like
yeah.
recycling footage from previous ones.
Hold on. Let me see. So the Godzilla franchise. Yeah, the Showa era is 54 to 75. And that's like you do get ones like Mothra and then Godzilla versus Mothra. I like those ones.
I really like Godzilla versus Mothra. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. The best part is like I love the use of miniatures in them. It's like I watch these old movies on like Svengoolie, and my kids have finally it's like clicked for them a little bit. But at first, like, I don't know, kids nowadays, what they'll do is like they'll see stuff and be like, that's fake, it's fake. It's like, yeah, no shit, it's fake. It's a movie. Every movie you see is fake. Like,
yeah. Even the ones that are like based on a true story or something are still fake to some degree, right? Like,
yeah,
there's a
like,
degree of bias and
yeah. But like, and my
artifice.
kids at first, like I said, like with those old monster movies had a little bit of that where they're like, it looks fake. The more we watch them though, they're like, they suspend their disbelief. And it's like, it's a lot more fun if you do that. And you're just like, watching the incredible shrinking man and just like,
and it's more fun to do that the more fake it looks, I think.
yeah.
To a point.
Yeah.
There's like a threshold, but like
There is.
as long as there's a certain level of professionalism involved. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I really like the Showa era because it was a time where it seemed like they were taking it a lot more seriously. And you had like the good use of miniatures, and they would do that shit where they, like, with water, to make water realistic, they'd film it in slow motion. And so they would get like the frothing of it, even though it was like just around like miniatures. So yeah.
Cool.
I guess Showa era is my era.
God, are we ever going to get to this Mad Magazine? You just keep going on and on about Godzilla.
All right, Sticks, we're going to it. Okay, I promise. Here we are. Look at this. Now I'm going to go up here. You're going to go down there. I wish I could just remember. Wouldn't that be nice?
It can if you take 2 seconds and preset up your arrangements.
Oh, like this?
Also, this might. Oh, maybe I can't do this. You know what? I think part of the problem is I might have logged into here before you did, into this window.
Well, now it's remembering. Anyway, we'll skip this. Drew, hey, this is the spaceship that was used for issue number 200, right? Wasn't that issue 200?
I don't remember the number, but I do remember this cover. This is one of the ones with like the yellow border. Wasn't it?
No. That's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, yes, that's possible.
The spaceship. You're saying the spaceship and the foreground are like separate things pieced together?
I'm just going to show you what I mean. Oh wait,
because I have an X-Files issue from the 90s.
Never mind. I conflated two different things. I was thinking about this. And
oh no.
Yeah.
No, I think it is a cover from like probably the late 90s.
Yeah. If only there was website.
Let me just right click on this issues here on Crack Cover Site and open it in a new tab, and I'll just jump down to the 90s here, the late 90s. I'll open that in another tab.
Demir does bring up a good point where in that it says it right on the actual page. It's from issue
It's
number 358.
358. Although this is presented with more color than that original cover. I don't know if this has probably been either colorized or the original wasn't. No, they wouldn't have printed it in black and white.
No, not a cover.
This has been colorized for sure.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, it's like, yes, it's been colorized a little bit. Here, I'll show the original on my browser.
There you go. See, it is one of the yellow border ones.
It is. You're right. You're right.
Piece of shit. You said I was wrong.
Yes, because I was wrong.
Yeah, clearly about two things.
But that doesn't make you more right. It just makes you the same amount of right.
It makes me right twice.
It makes me the same amount of wrong.
Equal amounts of right in both instances, but there's more instances overall.
No,
so in terms of quantity, I'm objectively more right.
Same number of instances. Whatever. Here's a mad look at UFOs. They have 2 mad look ats.
I think do they have 3 actually?
I didn't get to look through this whole entire thing. But I actually do take umbrage with a few of these things. Like
looking through. That's what I could have called my show. Looking through.
Or flipping a boot. Look at, I take umbrage with this. If an alien came to Earth, surely they wouldn't be surprised to see an airplane, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it depends on the circumstances. What if it takes so long in between trips to Earth that, like, for them it was, a few seconds, but last time they were there was dinosaurs,
Okay, well, how about this? Would they think that it's so insane to see a flying ship?
On Earth, maybe. Or like, let's say there's some kind of you don't even know, like it could be some sort of interdimensional phenomenon, right? So it's
that's the new thing. Everybody
from their perspective, they might not be floating.
Aliens are not interdimensional. There's only one dimension, and it's the one that we live in.
I mean, even the one we live in is like multiple dimensions.
Well, yes, 4 dimensions, I guess, right?
I think there's
forward, backward, side to side, up and down in time.
And smell.
You're thinking of your senses, Kyle. That's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, that's another dimension.
We have 5 senses, right?
5 senses, 5 dimensions.
No,
there's
4
probably
dimensions.
Some other 5s.
There's 3 Ds, 4 dimensions. Oh, D stands for dimension. Never mind.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, what are you gonna do? There's 3 Star Wars movies, 4 dimensions, 5 senses.
How many Star Wars movies are there, though?
There's 3.
I mean,
you know what I mean.
If
you know what I mean.
About The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi,
and Solo.
The Rise of Skywalker. Solo.
Oh, I'm gonna make my YouTube channel. It's just gonna slowly become being mad at Disney.
Can you imagine if, like, you had said, like, Ewoks in Magic Kingdom, Ewoks in? Have you seen the Ewok movies?
No.
They made like Ewok movies in the 80s.
Are they like similar to the Christmas special, the Star Wars Christmas special?
No, they're like just movies on what do you call it? Like Endor. The forest moon of Endor.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like there's like a kid hanging out with like Wicket, and there's monsters and stuff. I liked them when I was a kid. I was into the Ewoks. I was stupid.
Yeah, well, because they were kind of made for us.
Yeah, I was a kid.
Yeah, I too was a kid. Hey, how about this? What would really happen if extraterrestrials came to Earth today? When did this get released?
I don't know, but they would be impressed with the with the godlike skills of Jack Davis, I think.
Mm. I love this Oprah Winfrey. I really enjoy that.
I like the multi-boobage of madness moment that we get with Madonna here.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Can we rate these? Should we rate these on our? Do you
Oh,
remember the system? I don't remember what the system. The Potter ZB system of our. It was the Potter ZB Hubba Hubba system of of multi-boobage.
Yeah.
I can't remember how it works.
I just know those two sound effects. Madonna would find out exactly how to have sex, how they have sex, and then figure out a way to do it with her. Do it in her. Jeez Louise. Are my glasses okay?
And do it in her stage act.
Thank you. Faster than you can say Garfield, dolls in their likenesses would be suction cupped to each and every window in America. So this is like early 90s that this one came out of, right?
Well, what do we got? We got a Mort, or there's a Mork, or is that Dana Carvey? That's supposed to be Dana Carvey. Looks like Robin Williams. Yeah,
What?
so it probably has to be. You've got Dan Quayle, a Dan Quayle joke. Oh, here we go. 93.
Yeah. So it's like, this is fun for me because this is not only a time where I was reading Mad Magazine, like just starting to read it. But I was a child in this era. So it's like, I remember all of this stuff.
It's also crazy how talented Jack Davis was, like this far into his career, you know?
Yeah.
Like he was still not phoning it in, you know?
Did you see there was it was like the Society of Illustrators or something? They were having an art exhibit of his artwork. And they had some like massive prints. I'm assuming they were prints of like his Frankenstein.
Okay.
I should look that up.
Well, he's one of the greatest comic artists of all time, I think.
Yeah. I don't know I think I saw it on the Reddit. The Mad Magazine.
What's fun about him too is like he's like this adorable, like in all the videos, he's like an adorable Southern old man.
Yeah, wearing a Confederate cap.
Yeah, and he's drinking like sweet tea, and he's like really polite and like nice to people.
Yeah. Well, you know, Dalton Vaughn, you know what the nickname he coined for him, right? The sweetheart of the South. Yeah.
I thought that was Jimmy Hart. What's the mouth of the South?
That's the mouth of the South.
I thought that was Madonna.
What the hell? Oh, here we go. So it's from June 12th to September 21st. Ah, damn. They don't have photos.
What are you looking up?
Well, it's this Society of Illustrators.
Oh, yeah.
They had this whole thing. You can order the catalog of it. But here, I'm going to show you. And then maybe I should try to find it. But they had like a print of this that was absolutely massive. Yeah. He rules. The dude rules.
Yeah, he's not my favorite Mad guy, but he's the one who like I think impresses me the most.
Yeah, he's no Mike Resigliano, but
he wasn't in Mad.
I know, but you love everybody more than
who?
You love all those cracked. Yeah,
I
like
boys. I like four Mad guys, maybe more than Jack Davis. Harvey Kurtzman, Will Elder. Ooh, gets tough there. I think I like Jaffee more than I like Davis, but I think Davis is probably better. Oh, Davis is better.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But there's an ineffable quality to idiots and idiocy where it's like you don't have to be the best to be someone's favorite, you know?
Okay, can I show you this thing real quick?
I guess. I mean, you've got a captive audience.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So look at this is it, right? You see like right there the two prints of that. You have Look at a bunch of EC shit all along there. Yeah, somebody took all these photos and uploaded them onto Flickr. Really, really cool stuff. See, now you don't even have to go.
I mean, I probably can't go. I'm pretty
Well,
isolated
yeah.
here.
And also it's closed
That's
now.
that Mad cover. That's his first like Mad magazine cover, I
Where?
think. With the kid walking through the crowd. There's
Oh,
like a
this?
close up and yeah. Not comic, but of the magazine, like after issue
Okay.
24.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a second. I don't know. Does it say what issue?
No, it doesn't. No, this is just like a bunch of photos from somebody who went to the show. Anyway. But speaking of, look at this thing, the Mad Bash blowout. They did a blowy, the Mad Blowy, we call it.
Yeah, Angel actually sent me, Sketchy Works actually sent me some video, I think, to this Norman Rockwell museum, but didn't play in Canada. And I confess I didn't care enough to open my VPN. But at that moment, maybe I will later.
CBS morning thing?
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what the problem is? It's like, it's cool, but in the end, it's the fucking CBS morning show.
I've never
So,
seen it. They don't
I
allow
don't
it in
know.
Canada.
I think about as many people watch that as watch my channel.
Yeah, but it's not about numbers. It's about like a kind of legitimacy, because with YouTube, you could have like 10 million viewers, but nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
Except for
That's
them.
true.
They know who you are, like, and will die for you. But
Yeah.
like nobody else knows who they are. And when they tell people about you, people tune out.
Yeah. No, that is true. Because I don't talk about like any YouTubers that I watch out in public. So it's like my best friends could possibly watch the same YouTube channels that I watch, but I don't talk about them. So it's
No,
not
you
like
wouldn't
saying,
talk
"Oh,
about the kind of pornography you consume or like the kinds of hard liquors you drink before noon. You know,
yeah,
it's like those are things you play close to the chest, right?
yeah." This thing, I think this is cool. I wish I could have gone. There's no way in hell I could have gone. So I guess that's it. I just have to enjoy it from afar.
Oh, and this is reporting from Ace reporter Johnny Sampson, right?
Yeah. Cub reporter.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Oh, it turns out also, who else was on? They did another thing, I think maybe the same day, CBS Sunday morning show. They also did an interview. I don't know. Maybe this is a screenshot from the video I never finished. Never mind. I got to try to get Dickie D on this channel.
Have you asked him?
Well, no. But
That's probably your problem.
That is my problem. Well, I said, "Hey, God damn it." I said I have to try. That's what my sentence was.
You know, you should get on here, Mickey Rigg.
Oh, Mike Riquigliano?
Yeah.
Yeah. Be like, teach me about those spies and sabs. He'd be like, that's all I know about Cracked.
It's just spies and sabs.
Yeah, I'd be like, Mort Todd.
You liar. You liar. You know a lot about.
No, I don't. I don't.
Name 3 cracked mascots.
Hold on. There's that the lady Nanny Dickering. There's There's Sylvester P. Smythe.
Yeah,
that's 2, and then there's Simpy Dumpkins.
Good work.
Thank you. Simpy Dumpkins is
Mo would be ashamed.
Oh goodness. Simpy Dumpkins, most hated man in comics.
easily.
Yeah.
And I think no, he's just the most hated man.
Oh,
That's what
just
he's
that's
billed
it.
as. Yeah, including Hitler. That's implied. Okay, so then we've got Mort Drucker's Alias.
Wait, listen, I have to say, who wrote this? Dickie D. I feel bad. I was just saying I need to get Dickie D on here. I need to try. I mean, as far as a title goes, Alias?
All right, give us a better title right now.
Well, okay. Analias.
How about this? Allens.
Aliens.
Yeah, I don't think that would fly back in 93.
It's a
How about
butthole.
Allens?
Allens. It's all, yeah. It's all
But
Allens.
you can work that joke into it where it's like lots of people are called Allen. Or how about this? Here's an easy mad one. Alan. Like I'm sick. Alan.
Alan. Yes.
There you go. There's a
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Babies. I love Jack's work in the Mad Board Game. I have I'm looking at 3 Mad Board Games right now. I ordered the Norman Rockwell Museum Mad What Me Worry issue from their website. It has a new folder in the back. What? I didn't know there was something. Know what I decided, though? One of the things I decided about the move is I got to sell some of my stuff, dude.
Yeah, you got a lot of crap. Just your
Dude,
domain names alone are too much clutter.
Dude, every once in a while I get like charged $50 and I'm like, what the hell is this charge? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's all my stupid ass domain names that I have. This I had a half a second where I was like, I should buy this. And then it's like, it's not a regular issue. I just need all of the regular issues. Sylvester Peace, my Sagebrush, the Talking Blob. Simpy Dumpkins is a funny name.
Oh, you're looking. Oh, okay. Sorry, they're on the screen there. You were looking at other cracked mascots.
Yes, yeah. Some Demir.
You know, you named 3 without mentioning Spies and Sabs.
That's not a mascot.
They're mascot. I would say
That's
Spies
a
and Sabs
mascot.
are mascots.
I mean, that's.
Listen, we rated them in the mascot red-handed department, so they made it on the list.
Well, I don't remember stuff like that.
Well, luckily, the internet remembers.
The internet never forgets. Here we have another mad look at alien invasions. Oh, look!
I got to say, this issue, I kind of scrolled through because again, I'm bootlegging due to being unable to get the issue.
Yeah.
This issue for a themed issue really manages to stick to the theme. Like a lot of these issues, after about 2/3 of the way through, they're like, just here's some stuff.
Yeah.
This one stays space all the way through, or like it does some future stuff, but stays sci-fi basically.
Yeah. Is that what the theme is?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there's an alien. Did you see that new Alien?
No.
Neither have I. Kind of bummed out about that.
How do you feel about Alien, the franchise?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
All right.
I own them
Alien,
all on
the first film.
Blu-ray.
That's one of my favorite horror films. That's probably a top 10 horror film for me.
What about Aliens? The James Cameron one.
I enjoy Aliens, but I could take it or leave it. I don't care about it that much.
That's kind of interesting because a lot of people prefer Aliens to Alien.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like a roller coaster or something,
Yeah. Who is the guy that character actor who's in the first Alien?
I don't know. Sigourney Weaver.
That's it. Yeah. The bitch who sells yogurt. That's her. Wait, that's not even right. I'm thinking of who's that?
Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah, no, not her either. The Michael Myers movie.
Oh, William Shatner.
Hold on. IMDb.com. Jamie Lee Curtis. That's who I was talking about. Alien. You guys are all going to be like, we're so dumb for not knowing what this guy was talking about.
This is trivial.
This is like something that, oh yeah, Harry Dean Stanton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I shouldn't have wasted the time of everybody and you. I apologize.
Well,
No, not
apology
no,
accepted.
dude. What was it?
But what's your favorite one? Alien. So what's your favorite one? Alien 3? I mean, Alien Cubed.
Alien Resurrection.
That's your favorite?
No.
Prometheus.
I listen, I really liked Prometheus. I thought Prometheus was really, really cool and such a fun way to like enter into that world again in a serious way.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got some cool stuff going on. It's not a good movie though. It's bad. That's a problem.
Why? Why is it bad?
I don't know. It's just not good. Like it doesn't tell a good story. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's kind of all over the place.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense? I mean, this is my problem is that people will say like, well, the thing with
it doesn't make sense in a narrative sense is what I mean. It makes sense in terms of lore. As far as I know, it's fine. But
well, that's the problem I have is that people's criticism of it is like, wow, the problem is it's like, who just shut up. I don't want to hear it.
It's kind of just not good. Like it doesn't have like an interesting structure. It just feels like it's kind of slapped together, and it's a bunch of cool scenes and cool effects. And it's interesting if you're invested in the lore. But I think as a film, it's not very good. I don't think like on its own, it's an interesting film.
I like it. I kind of like movies that are like
it's interesting concepts though.
In as much as like where it further explores a world where it's not just like not like something like like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but like something like this where it's like, okay, we've been this far. Now we're going to go to a new place, this new land where we think that this new planet, I guess would be the term, where we think the aliens came from, or where the pilots or whatever came from.
It's also a new part in the timeline too, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while since I've like really invested in watching through those movies. But I
also think like that super race of like the Promethean aliens. They're just so like their motivations don't really make sense. It's like they seed life on Earth and it's like, oh, it's like a weapon, it's like a bio weapon or whatever, but then they get taken out by the aliens, I guess, because in the next movie they go to the planet of the Promethean people, right? And like they're all dead, basically. I don't know.
I'm going to be honest, when I watch like a crazy action movie or like a crazy sci-fi movie, it doesn't need to make sense. It's kind of what we were talking about before. I just suspend my disbelief. I'm like, okay, sure, this is happening now.
The thing for me, I think I watch Alien as a horror movie, not as like the fact that it's sci-fi is incidental to me.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a good Aliens. Point. Yeah, Aliens is an action-packed movie where like sci-fi fits in.
That's a good point right there. It's a little bit of apples and oranges.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were pointing to the panel. I was scrolling down to see who it was. It's always great to see Drew Friedman.
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of love, for his new book.
What's his new book?
It's Shtick Figures.
Oh, speaking of, are you talking about stuff like this?
Yeah. It's over here. So like this was the one he did right before Shtick Figures, which was like underground cartoonists.
Yeah.
And it's like a coffee table book where it's, it gives you a little bit of information about each one. And then he's got a portrait.
Yeah.
Like a Drew Friedman portrait. And the new one is Shtick Figures, which has wider appeal than this. Yeah. And I think Crumb is also in there. But it's got like, probably Mo Howard is in there. And, like all those guys. This book is for you. Like you're saying you don't want a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but you should get this book. You would really like this book a lot.
It's called Shtick Figures.
Shtick. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Like SCHICK. Shtick Figures. I think Gilbert Godfrey is the character on the cover.
Oh, why? That's a weird choice.
I think because he had just died, probably.
Good for him. Why would he be on the cover?
You don't like Gilbert Godfrey?
I mean, he's fine.
Got the guy,
he's fine.
The guy who played Herman Munster, I think, is in there.
Yeah. Okay, this looks cool. Yeah. Look, I can hit my browser. There we go.
Yeah. There's like Tor from the Ed Wood movies at the bottom.
This?
The guy in the middle
I don't
is
know.
like, the like George the Animal Steel guy.
I don't think I've ever watched a Ed Wood movie. Not even
yeah?
Plan 9 from Outer Space. I've just seen clips of Bela Lugosi.
Not even was it relatively recently released? Is it called like The Only House on the Street? It's like a hardcore porn.
No, I'll check that out.
I think that's it. It might be something else. I might be mixing those up.
Look at that.
Have you at least seen the Ed Wood film? Like
with Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
No.
What?
I don't know.
You fucking asshole. You should watch that movie. You would like that movie. Everything about it would appeal to you. It's one of Tim Burton's good movies.
Yeah.
And yeah, you should watch that.
Do you like Edward Scissorhands?
I like Edward Scissorhands. Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched it in a long, long time. I really liked it when I was a kid, though, and a teenager. And I've liked it every time I've watched it. I don't know what the exact point where he went bad. Because he had a really good run there.
You mean it's when he got married?
Is that the point?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like, I know he did like Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands and like the Frankenweenie short and the two Batman movies. Those are both quite good. I
mean, we can
it's tough.
see.
It's tough because he became a brand after that, right? Because like Nightmare Before Christmas, that's not him. It's just his name. He's like the producer or something on that.
Yeah, but I think he had like a pretty significant.
Ed Wood is one of the best. Ed Wood is one of the best, I would say.
Here we go. We're gonna cut out here. Producer, director. Here we go. What the hell? Okay, previous. We can just go back here.
All right. We have the technology.
So we have Beetlejuice.
You're under producer.
Sorry. No, I'm not.
Every one of these is listed executive producer. He produced Cabin Boy.
Here we go.
Have you seen that? That's is sick. Terrible. Got some cool parts, but like it's not a good movie.
Okay, so
here we go.
He did all these, shorts or whatever.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That's fantastic. That's a really good movie.
Beetlejuice. Sick. Oh, I love that movie. Mow and
That's
Die.
like a perfect movie. Yeah, it's really good.
Every single time I would sleep over at their house, we would watch that movie. Yeah, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
You got to get Uncle Mo on here.
I don't know how I would do that.
Does he not have a computer?
No, he has like an iPad. Or I guess
what you should do is you should bring a camera when you visit him and do like an interview.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. All right, Batman.
He definitely looms large in the Potter ZB-verse. That's for sure.
He does. He does. He looms large in my life, man. He's like half of the it's like him and my father as far as like cultural exposure. It's like those were the people. Edward Scissorhands, sick. Batman Returns. That's sick. Ed Wood.
Yeah, it's good.
You like that.
Very good. That's one of the best.
With
probably
Vincent.
The best. I would say maybe Pee-wee's Big Adventure is like maybe the best. Looking at this list.
Clearly. Mars Attacks. Very good.
Not great. Sleepy Hollow, I would say, is not good.
Okay, Mars Attacks, I said very good.
Well, you're wrong.
You're wrong. That movie rules.
It's fun. It's fun. I like it. I
Thank
wouldn't
you.
say good though.
The
Planet of the
reboot,
Apes.
that's
This
with
is when
Marky
he.
Mark.
This is the mark where like he goes from Sleepy Hollow and then he kind of goes into this kind of like for hire period. Big Fish is really good. That was like a
Okay,
return to form.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
like Big Fish.
I think that's actually, it was okay. Big Fish is a good movie. I'll say that. What is that? Ewan McGregor, Brian Cox, right? I don't know who else is in it. But it starts this sort of like visual, this new visual journey that he goes on that ends up stinking. Like you can see it as like a precursor to what is to come.
Really, you're saying Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is like in the lineage of Big Fish?
Yes.
I feel like Big Fish is a separate thing.
No, I think it absolutely is, because think about the circus scenes. All of the circus scenes are shot in a very similar way to things that you'll also see later on when he does Dumbo.
See, I don't know. I feel like with Big Fish, I've seen Dumbo, but I feel like with Big Fish, he was actually like committed. Like he was actually impressed by something, a book, right? Big Fish is a book. And I feel like he wanted to be more true to someone else's vision. And I think he treated it more directorially with respect for the source material. And I think that's why it doesn't look like a Tim Burton movie, except for those circus scenes, because those kind of fit in.
Yeah.
Whereas Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I don't know. I don't really see the connection.
Okay, hold on real quick though. Like you were saying, Sleepy Hollow, Planet of the Apes. I think maybe even Big Fish. That was like, I'm going to do these for the studio, and then I'll get
You think
paid.
he did Big Fish for the studio?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
No, I think Big Fish is I think if anything, he did Planet of the Apes for the studio, and then Big Fish was
100% that. Yes.
Yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think. Hold on. You know what I'm going to do?
Garbage. Trash.
Tim.
Throw it in the trash.
Burton. Wiki. We're going to find out when this dude was married.
Tim Burton? You think it's you think it's like Samson and Delilah? You think that she like sucks?
So yeah, Helena Bonham Carter. He was married in 2001. That's the one that I am concerned with.
There you go. Okay, so but Big Fish 2003. I maintain Big Fish is good.
Look at Planet of the Apes 2001.
Maybe I don't know.
Dude.
Usually you would do something like that because you were getting divorced, not married.
I think anyway. Then yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
And then does he have a good one? I haven't seen Beetlejuice. I've heard good things, but Sweeney Todd, garbage. Alice in Wonderland, trash.
Dark
Shadows, better than Alice in Wonderland, still trash.
What is Dark Shadows?
I believe it's a remake of a movie about like a vampire guy that comes back into like a fallen rich family. I haven't seen Frankenweenie the remake. Big Eyes, I think, is overrated, but is like it feels more like he's trying. I haven't seen Dumbo.
Dumbo stunk. Yeah, Wednesday stunk. I mean,
how could Dumbo be good? You couldn't do Dumbo good anymore because you can't have the.
You can't do the crows.
Right? Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem, and that's a core of the original thing. You know, unfortunately, it's very racist.
It's like
we
the
all
Greek
understand
chorus.
that now, but
dude, I can't believe we said that at the same. Honestly, I can believe that we said it at the same time.
You know, and I'm not even like a reactionary, like, you know, I'm relatively woke, but you know, that the crows are such an important part of that original film.
I mean, they serve as the Greek chorus, don't they?
Maybe. You might be right.
Thank you. I have not seen Beetlejuice.
I haven't thought of that.
I think Beetlejuice. My guess, I'm going to watch it. I hope it's good. But my guess is that it's like the nostalgia trip. People
Yeah.
are excited to see it because it's me and Gen Xers who saw it when they were very little, and now it gets to be seen.
Did you watch the
again.
cartoon when you were a kid?
Surely, I'm almost certain that I did, but I don't really remember it.
I can't remember much about it, but I watched it like very consistently.
Yeah.
So we got some Al Jaffee here.
You
We're gonna
guys,
take an
thanks.
intermission here.
Yeah, you want to go pee?
Well, I mean, thanks for spelling it out for everybody, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to
I'm
pee.
in my 40s. I have to pee sometimes.
But you know what? Maybe what I'll do is you go pee, maybe poop a little, and I can talk
Listen,
to people.
I've been pooping this whole time.
I can visit the chat and all of that and bullshit a little bit.
All right.
And then you can let yourself back in.
All right, I will.
All right. Toodaloo. Anyway, that was Kyle Bridgett. He has a small bladder. Can't make it for more than an hour without taking a pee. Let me see. I'm going to go to the chat. Darren Folds, he might not be here anymore, but hi, Pat et al. That's Latin abbreviation for and others. Can't stay long, but I want to say hey. Hey, Darren. Johnny Tong, Big Eyes is good. I haven't seen Big Eyes. I don't know what that's about. Yeah. I've been trying to watch more movies recently and also like watch more like recent movies. But the other night I had time to watch a movie and I watched 3 Days of the Concorde with Robert Redford. And so there goes that. I'm just going to keep doing what I do, which is watch old ass movies. Tim and Helena dated and had kids, but didn't marry. Okay, well, fair enough. But they were in a committed relationship, not unlike a marriage from the years 2001 to 2014. So that's significant. And I do think that she is what I think it's her fault. All right. His best work was Pee-wee. Pee-wee 2 Big Top theme had Big Top theme, but not Tim. His Chocolate Factory would be great if Wilders weren't around. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe you're right. I don't know if it would totally stand on its own, but it's like Wilders is around. And it's like that other one where they like remade it again. You know, like we don't need another version of Willy Wonka. I don't need to fucking see what his life was like. I don't need to see him as a young babe. I just need to see him emotionally manipulate a bunch of fucking children in his labyrinth-like chocolate factory. That's what I want. You guys, if you're watching right now, if you just turned in, if you've been watching since the beginning, please make sure that you hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Look at this. A Trig says Big Eyes is good. Well, I'll never know.
It's okay. It's fine.
I'll never know.
I think it lacks heart. It lacks heart that like something like Big Fish has.
Yeah.
But it's like I would say it's one of his more competent movies.
Yeah.
Post
Pat forgot 2 E's.
Post
What did I
marriage,
forget?
I guess.
What does this mean? Pat forgot 2 E's.
2 E's.
Pat forgot 2 E's.
Is this like a license plate or something? In Canada, we had this game show. I don't know if this exists in the States. It was called Bumper Stumpers.
Yeah.
And they would present you. It was like a really rinky-dink game show. Like you'd win like grand prize would be like $500. Like it was in the 90s. You know, it was like not really much of a game show. But they would present you with these like license plates, novelty license plate, vanity plates, and you would have to kind of piece them together.
Yeah. It's almost like what are those called where it's like pictures and letters? Rebuses?
Comics.
Rebus.
Oh.
Yeah. Here we go. Have either of you reviewed the Space Circus books by Sergio? No. That'd be this dude right here. That's who I would, Darren Folds, GrewTube. I would expect he has done something like that.
We got to do something with that guy.
I know. But it's like we can't even do stuff with each other.
I know. Maybe he'd be interested in doing something Mike Riccigliano related.
Yeah. No, we should just have him on a live stream and just bullshit. That's what we should do.
Yeah, maybe. I'd like to have him on Potter ZB and do a proper Potter ZB episode.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd the pee go? How was your pee?
It was fine. By the way, I can hold my pee for more than an hour when it's not 11 o'clock at night after I've had 2 pots of coffee and I'm on my second beer.
Oh, so it's like it's that dimension time has.
Listen, you catch me between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. There's maybe 1 p in there, but or like from
Maybe
when my kid gets home and I don't get a chance to pee until he's gone to bed,
why can't you pee with your child in the home?
You make it sound like it's bad. I just mean I don't get a chance.
Does he not have object permanence? Like if you go pee, is he like?
No, I'm just saying. No, he comes home from school, and then there's stuff to do, right? Like you've got to cook supper and get him fed and get him to bed, get him bathed, and spend time with him. So it's like he'll go to bed. He comes home at like 5. He's in bed by 8, and then I'm like, finally, I can pee.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, I understand. And okay. Well, I would suggest really try to spread out those peas a little bit more in the future.
Or start this show a little bit earlier, and then maybe I could make it through.
Honestly,
also, I made you all these intermissions.
That is true. I could do that. I could start it earlier. Maybe I should consider that. Hey,
it's up to you.
If anybody knows about PCs, I have to upgrade my motherboard and my CPU and probably my GPU. So if anybody has any good suggestions, let me know.
I feel like QAnon is listening to that and being like, he's sending signals here. So we got a Monty Wolverton.
Dude, yes. This is cool. Monty's cool, man. I think we've talked about him before.
Listen, he's a bit of a lib on Facebook.
Dude.
But he is cool. He is cool.
Yeah.
I know. Being friends with all these old cartoonists, it's like they're either libs or they're like reactionary conservatives. And there's like, you need to get into like a Bill Ray before you get someone with any kind of sanity,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
they're all brain poison. That's a problem by media.
Yes, it's like you just watch the news. Is that like that's all you do?
I know, and then you're showing it off like you're not some sort of creep for doing that. Like watches the news. What kind of sicko watches the news?
You know what I'm talking about, though. You know what?
Yeah, it's everyone over 65.
Yeah. Well, no, unfortunately, it's not. There's still a lot of people way younger than 65 who are in that world.
They're watching the news too.
They're watching the news, dude.
They're seriously deranged. Those ones.
I can't tell if you're joking. I'm serious.
Not. I think the news is stupid. I don't think people should be like. I think you should consume news, but I think TV news, mainstream TV news.
It's propaganda, dude.
It's insane. Yeah. I remember during the Bush years, there was a study done where they looked at all the major news outlets and compared it to people who didn't consume any news.
Yeah.
To kind of like determine who was more informed. And like in the case of like NBC and Fox, people who were didn't consume any news were like as well or better informed about like foreign affairs and like domestic affairs as well. And then even the networks that like had the really high degrees like NPR and stuff.
Yeah.
It was still like a marginal difference between being informed and not being informed at all. Like because there's so much misinformation.
Well, really all you get is you're not supposed to like this person. you are supposed to like this person. And then
Yeah.
everything else is just sort of fluff, but it's like it's propaganda essentially.
It's like wrestling without the art, Like,
there you go.
it's very much like that.
Yeah.
Only imagine, here's what they need. They need, like, WWF needs to have like a NBC equivalent where it's telling the same stories, but all the heels are face.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like, but it's Stacy Keibler and Stone Cold Steve Austin who are the anchors.
Man, her legs were so long. That was weird. She was like a caricature of herself.
That's what, all the wrestlers are, right?
That's true. They're very exaggerated.
Yeah.
Except for a Bret Hart or something, like they're all very, cartoonish in their body shapes and stuff,
Yeah. Hey, how about this? Mad Science Fiction Primer. This is one of the things where...
Or primer, as I've been corrected many times to say.
Who says a primer?
Most of America, apparently.
No.
Yeah. I say primer too.
Spell the word primer. P-R-I-M-M-E-R.
Apparently it's the same. Look it up.
That's
Look up pronunciation of primer. Not the paint. We all agree on the paint. Or you could probably type primer and you'll get it.
Okay. I will show now. Do you know how to read like I forget what it's called, like the grammatic spellings or like the phonemic spellings?
I don't even know how to read. I don't know why you're...
Okay. So right here, primer, the first or an introductory textbook. See this?
Look at the article right beside it, though. Why is primer pronounced with a short I sound? And look, the first one, it's like primer with climber or primer with slimmer. I can't read it now. It's too small, but it's a contentious thing. And it's like a European American divide. But because you're like, in Minnesota.
I'm an American.
Yeah, but you're like one of those like more Canadian type Americans, in the gradient between, I know that's very offensive to say to an American, but like, in the gradient between like, America and Britain, you're closer to Canada in that respect, I think.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. This
like, you wouldn't be shocked if you saw a U in the word color. You would understand what that is.
Yeah.
Whereas if someone in Texas saw that, their gun might go off, like.
Okay. Well, this is my point. When was this put out?
At least in the 80s, because I see Jean-Luc Picard.
1999.
Wow, this is very late.
They were still doing these.
Wow.
And I mean, listen, back in the 60s, some of these were pretty good. Like that Wally Wood one where it was like the monster primer.
That's the only one I've ever heard you describe as good. That one is good, but that's
the only good one. Yeah.
You're always like, no, some of them were good. Remember this one specific one that I always bring up, this one?
All right, fair enough. Okay, so they've been shit forever. But the nice thing about them is like usually they'll get a good artist, and that's really what's on display is the artwork. I'm shocked that they were doing this when we were partying like it's 1999.
This has to be like there must have been a long gap because, there was like a lot of them in the like late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
But then they were less frequent after that.
Yeah. Oh, you know what would be great is if oh shoot. What's her name?
Princess Leia?
No.
Susie Hutchinson?
With Suze. That's right. It's been so long since
you don't even remember old Suze, you like to call her?
I'm sorry,
What do you
Suze. I'm
call your
sorry, old
trusty
Suze.
saxophone?
Okay, old Suze. Anyway, old Suze.
I'm not encouraging that behavior.
I think
I'm just
she
saying
should do. I think it'd be great if you did a Mad issue, all of Mad primers.
Oh my god. That's
Wouldn't
what
that
like
be
Mad
fun?
is in hell. It's like that, and then you're like, oh well, maybe the next issue will be better. It's like the Dave Berg special.
Oh, do a
All
Dave
lighter
Berg
side.
special. No, but it's no lighter side. All Dave Berg non-lighter side
I
of
think
things.
I just got a Dave Berg book. Hold on.
Blowing away.
I just got this pretty recently. Someone gave me
Oh,
this.
hold on. Oh yeah, the big books, the Mad Big books. I think I have that one.
I have a few of these, but this one's all lighter side, seemingly, or mostly lighter side.
Yeah.
It's got some other like Dave Berg crap thrown in, but
Yeah. That's
luckily the
cool.
rest of it's lighter side.
Look, here we have a Space Aliens date book. Is that like a calendar? Is that what a date book is?
I guess it seems yeah, I guess. Like so it's like a day planner or an agenda.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, is this supposed to be like remember they had the Newton?
Yeah, but did they have the Newton and yeah, I guess they had it in 90.
Did they misspell Potter ZB?
They did. Yes, because it's POTRZE.
I tell you, the New Yorker would never let that fly.
Wait, but that was the the New Yorker. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying New York Mad would never let that fly.
No. This was the New York Mad.
Yeah. Oh,
listen, man.
Dude,
sometimes, look, I love the New York Mad, but sometimes they were getting high on their own supply. You know, like,
oh yeah,
like that's a rookie mistake.
This is what I would ask Dickie D. How much coke did they do? Were any of the Mad letters fake? And was Arthur a marijuana plant?
We're not going to get any of that until the last one dies. And then like the last one of like the real Mad guys. And then there's going to be like the like Blow movie version of it or whatever. Like the Goodfellas of Mad.
Yeah.
I think that probably is a cool movie there, like where it's like set at Mad Magazine, it's all these crazy lives, but probably not. They were all fucking pampered and nice.
They're
to each
dorks. Other. Yeah. They didn't know how to have a good
time. Is it just me or is this coloring really bad?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's just
for Jack Davis. Jack Davis.
Yeah.
I feel like it's overwhelming the artwork.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
And it's ugly, like Jack Davis is a lot of things, but like his artwork is not ugly, like
no.
And this is kind of like lame. I don't know. And he does great colored work too, right? And this is not consistent with his color work.
What
probably this was colored in like the early 2000s or something.
You think so?
Yeah, because I'm thinking Susie probably just has access to everything.
Yeah.
And so when she's putting these together, she's probably like making decisions based on like having a mix of black and white and color, just for like the vibe of flowing through it.
Yeah.
And like if you have color stuff, you use it, right? Like I know this just from doing Canonically Crumb. Like if I have a colorized version of a comic, I tend to use that, even if it's not better. Sometimes it's worse. But
okay. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, because this came out in 1983, so I understand what you're saying. Although there is a black and white version, this isn't the original version. This was probably colored at some point later on.
Yeah, and I think this is colored in the era where they were like, the colorists were getting a little too overwhelming, like too freewheeling with their coloring, where they're like, I'm going to add a lot of like depth and stuff. Whereas like really well colored stuff is like Luth doing like Sergio or something, where it's like it's very minimal. Like the colorist is kind of like secondary to the inker.
Yeah.
Whereas like you look at some of the drawings here, it's like, oh, they've done a lot of kind of painterly stuff.
Yeah.
And it's taking away, I think, for the most part.
All
Except
right.
when he's white like a dried up dog turd. That's kind of cool. But that was cool in the movie too.
It was. I liked dog turd. Hey, do you know why dog turds turned white? Because there's
No.
not you don't see white dog turds anymore, do you? Do you?
I don't know when the last time I saw one is. So
Okay, perfect. It's because they changed the recipe of dog food. It used to have like calcium. They'd use like bone meal. And so there'd be a bunch of calcium. And then when it was outside and dehydrated, that whiteness would show through.
all these woke dog food companies
Yeah.
trying to feed these dogs vegan recipes, you know. It's
Yeah.
because they took out the cow's milk and they took out the bones, and now they've got, you know, soy milk in there.
And now
And
we
that's
don't
why
get
all our
white dog
dogs are
turd.
gay, you know? Like,
Yeah, they're turning the freaking frogs gay. I want to. Everybody has an Alex Jones, but me. Anyway, look at a third mad look at.
yeah, that's what I said
Well, that's
earlier
nuts.
on. It's a little much.
It is, especially if you're like, you know, your entire job is flipping through and commenting on things. It's kind of hard to comment on stuff without words.
I also kind of feel like you're blowing your load, right? In terms of like, you know, you need to keep these issues coming.
Yeah.
It's like if you're doing 3 mad look ats by Sergio in an issue, it's like you're gonna start repeating yourself too soon.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I love this. Paul Peter Porges.
Oh yeah.
This is
I like all
awesome
the
history.
garbage flying around the people's heads.
Yeah.
That's almost like a Wimmel builder.
A Wimmel builder of filth. I love this. I like the Nazi biker here on his like hello pad, or the monogyro. Invasion of isolated space fueling station by outlaw monogyro gang. A wildcat strike by central computer data terminals. What does that even mean? Nothing.
Man, Peter Paul Porges, his work's just so nice to look at. So
Yeah.
funny.
I love it. Like, look at this guy hopping into his after the laser beam leak. He's hopping into his I don't know, probably his monogyro, I guess. Presumably.
I like the technical breakdown of the people recycling plant. You're laughing at the Duck Edwing?
No, I'm laughing at this. How they're getting
Oh yeah.
older because of the technical breakdown. Oh, this is funny. But this again,
This is another recoloring, and this is too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. The
You kinda
coloring's
lose
too much.
Yeah, because they go over his inks, and if you're not him, you're not gonna get his inks right. I don't know, it just looks weird.
And there's just so much lighting added here.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't suit the design. Like it needs to be garish and have like flat colors if you're going to color it. I think there is a way to color a Duck Edwing and make it look good. But this is all from the era of Photoshop where, you know, colorists were kind of like, they're like, I'm painting in light, you know, like I'm
Yeah.
adding all the lighting. And so I have to add all these details, when really what you're supposed to do is just kind of enhance the readership, basically make it more clear, you know?
Yeah. Like this. I mean, this is a great example of coloring Jack Davis.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, Jack Davis, like, he's not an artist you would have flat color either. Right. Like,
Yeah.
because this is all like painterly watercolor with different values and stuff.
Yes.
But
Boy, that's great. I think this is like the best example. I mean, like just even around this, right? Like because it's watercolor, like around him, there's like this little bit of white because it's just like you're working around the figure. You want that background.
and like the only way
flat.
you would do that with digital coloring is if you were trying to mimic watercolor.
Yeah.
Like otherwise you wouldn't end up doing it, and it wouldn't quite pop the same way.
Yeah. Boy. I mean, he probably colored this himself.
Well, yeah, for sure. Him or and probably has like an assistant or something, you know.
Yeah. Oh, the way to go. Oy vey. Thanks for the lemonade, but I really need to start with the rectal probe now. And then here we have, oh shoot, I forgot to cut the page. This is what I want to do. Oh, look at, oh man, I left a piece of gum here. God
Do you want me to
damn it.
just upload the fold over so you don't have to fold yours?
What do you mean? Yeah, go ahead if it's not going to take a sec.
Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure it doesn't have like a web address on it. Here we go.
Oh, dude, I did get this facsimile edition.
Oh, you did get it, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it is. My guys at the shop pulled it for me. Which?
Are they going to do the other issues? I'm kind of sick of Mad #1. I don't think it's anywhere near the best of like Tales Calculated to Drive You Mad.
No, I mean, and it would be awesome if they did like a whole like line of like just all the comic issues, facsimile edition. That would be sick. I would love that.
Yeah, that might be cool. I might actually pick up a few of those.
I would pick up every single one.
A lot of people would. Apparently that sold really well, I heard. Like
Yeah,
people are excited for it, but oh man.
Oh, look
Okay,
what I
here we go.
have.
That is.
Look what else I got. My mom got me this. It's a German Mad. Isn't that weird?
Oh, whoa. Cool.
All right, how do I pull this up? Brand? Oh. What?
Oh, wait. Are you going to show it first?
No, you show it. I just showed it. What have many?
Yeah, but people have to remember. What is this? Murder, She Wrote? Like,
oh, well, I just
you have to remember for that long.
Yeah.
Did you put it in plastic?
Yeah, I put it in the cellophane.
Nerd. Comic book guy over here. The cellophane.
Well, just give me a break. Okay, how do I do this? Here we go. All right. What have many recent UFO sightings turned out to be? There's the glare. It's gone away. Bogus accounts abound of people seeing planet-hopping vessels in the skies. One particular phenomenon, however, gets reported far more than others. Wait, what the hell? Wait, what's going on? Oh, there we are.
I uploaded
Okay,
it.
now do it. You confused me. Boeing plane parts. Ah, poor Boeing. Do you remember
Did that happen recently?
Oh, dude, and then they started killing a bunch of people. Like there was a whistleblower who like suddenly shot himself.
Eee.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of pretty scary stuff. Yeah, fuck them indeed. Actually, before we go, let's thank tonight's sponsor, Lockheed Martin.
Yeah, that was Raytheon.
Well, no, that's Potter ZB's sponsor.
Yes.
We have Lockheed Martin. You guys
see, we don't have sponsors on my show because we're a CIA psyop.
Oh, dude, that's sick. Are you a psyop?
Don't tell anybody. I've been drinking.
All right. I love that. I love that for you. All right. Well, listen, it's 9:30 here. What is it, like 12:30 there? You're like in Icelandic time zone.
Oh my God. It's like 11:36.
Ah, crime in Italy. It's time for us to say goodbye. And before we do, please remember, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Make sure that you check out Little Cozy Nostril, Kyle's channel, where you will see his brand new Pickin' and Flippin', the cheap imitation of Flippin' Through.
Pickin' and flickin'.
Oh,
in the nostril zone.
I'm sorry. I'm sure I won't be the only to make
Whatever.
that mistake.
He's so catty.
Kyle, thank you for joining us. And thank you all. I will see you in 2 more weeks. Wait, I don't have this pulled up yet. Toodaloo.